All right, so starting in a wide-legged child's pose, arms nice and active, hands wide, spread the fingertips. Keela, just activate the arms slightly, if you can. Okay, take 3 full deep breaths here. Nice. Slowly rising up into an all fours position. Tabletop. Adjust your feet and your hands as you need. Inhale into a cow pose. Exhale into cat. Spread your fingers wide, grip through the fingertips. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more round, inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Back into a neutral spine, bird dog, right leg back, left arm forward. So send your right leg back and extend your left arm forward. Good, flex your right foot, toes pointing down, left arm in line with the ear. Okay. Bend your back knee, sweep your left arm back to grab the inside of your right foot into a tiger's pose. So you're going to bind around, sorry, it's the outside of your foot. Good, so reaching back behind you, good. Grab the outside of the foot, kick back. Nice, good, that's right, Nagar. Take 2 more breaths. Exhale to release, left arm forward, right leg back. And then back into all fours. Good. Left leg back, right arm forward, so swapping sides. Find your balance, steady gaze. Inhale. Exhale, bend the back knee, grab the outside of the foot into your tiger's pose. Nice, guys. 2 more breaths. And slowly release. Coming back into all fours. Nice. Now you'll just need to spin your way to face me. We're going to do gate pose. So just because I want to see you guys from the side. So you're going to bring your hands towards me, feet will face away from me. Send your right leg out to the side. So gate pose, Parigasana, yes. So you're kneeling on your left knee, right foot extends out to the side, right toes up, come up into a kneel standing position. Good, yes, so just as Nagar has it, kneel standing, right leg out to the side, right toes lifted up. Inhale, arms extend up. Exhale, side bend over towards the right. Good, Anjan Larato, lift your right toes up. Right hand down, left arm up. Good. Okay, just extend your arm up towards the ceiling so it doesn't have to go all the way up. Let's just have a look there. Nice. Larato, right foot down, but the right toes are pointing up. Cool. Great. Bring your left hand down onto the floor, modified side plank, lift your right leg up. Nice. Active leg. Slowly release back into kneeling. We'll go onto the other side. Kneeling on your right leg, left leg goes out into gate pose. Nice. Arms extend up. So first gate pose, folding over your extended leg. Other way, Nagar, over your extended leg, your straight leg. Good. Inhale to come up. Modified side plank, reach your right hand down next to your right knee. Hover that left foot off the mat. Slowly release back into kneeling. You can turn your way straight onto your mat. So you can face the short edge of your mat once again. Nice, good. So into kneeling position, so hands and knees. Stepping your right foot to the outside of your right hand into lizard pose. Good. So take your lizard, your variation, whether knees down or back knees lifted. Good. If you can lower down onto the elbows if you would like. Slowly come up onto your hand, step your right foot back, we'll come back into lizard on the left side. Take your variation of lizard, whether it's onto your elbows, your hands, back knee down or back knee lifted. Nice. Slowly come back up onto your hands. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand into Malasana. So just have a listen. We'll be moving through different transitions. Good. Malasana squat. Hands at heart center. Push elbows into the knees, lift the chest. Hands come down onto the mat, downward facing dog. If you want to move through plank, you can do so. First downward dog, just do a few little pedals, warm up into the backs of the legs. Okay. Find stillness in your downward dog. Okay. Bend into the knees, look forward. Just take a step to the top of the mat. Find your way into a forward fold, Uttanasana. So hands to the outsides of the feet, bend into your knees if you need, feet together or slightly wider apart. Hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Rise up to high mountain, arms extend up in line with the ears. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank. Hold your plank. Slowly lower down with the knees lifted all the way down to the mat. Slow lower down, good. Nice, guys. Baby cobra, tops of the feet onto the mat, hover the hands. Little to no weight in the hands, just in your baby cobra first. Nice. Exhale, slowly lower down. You can use the hands slightly just to come up a little bit higher into cobra. Tops of the feet are still on the mat, but you might lift up a little bit more. Good. Hips still stay grounded on the mat. Exhale, slowly lower down. Tuck the toes, knees onto the floor. Push up to all fours. Downward facing dog. Good. Step your right foot in between the hands, low lunge. Pause in your low lunge. So low lunge, hands are down on the mat. Keep your left hand as is. Let's drop our left knee. Twist your right arm up, twisted lunge. Yes, so left hand stays down, right arm lifts up. Back knee is down. Take an inhale. Exhale, right hand down onto the mat, Anjaneyasana, arms extend up to ceiling. Exhale, half splits. Exhale, low lunge. Bend into your, let's keep left hand down, right arm twists up again. So back into your twist. Good. Bend your back knee, grab a hold of the back foot into a quad stretch. Good. Kick and twist open. Move into, I know it's quite a strong one early on. Slowly release the back leg, hands down onto the mat, step back downward facing dog. Left foot in between the hands. Good. So come first into your low lunge. Nice. Now you can drop your back knee, right hand stays on the mat, twist left arm up. While we're here, let's do our quad stretch. I know it's strong. Bend your back knee, grab a hold of that foot, if you can. Good. Slowly release, Dandasana. Good. Nice. And so just extend your arms up into Dandasana. Yes. Yeah, cool. Half splits. Back into a low lunge, bend into your front knee. Take a Dandasana, bending into your left knee, so you'll turn towards me. Oh, it's nice having you guys all facing the same direction. Nice. Dandasana. Good, so it's like a side lunge. If you need to have a look at the others on the screen, you can do so. Good. Take a Dandasana over towards the other side. Bend into your right knee. Good. Nice. Bend into your left knee once again. Step back into a, let's turn to a low lunge, step back plank. We're going to do Chaturanga into up dog. So Nagar, just go back to the other side of the mat. So back to your left leg first, just then you're all facing the same direction. Okay, into your plank. We're going to do Chaturanga to up dog. So you choose whether you want the knees lifted or to drop the knees down. So move through your Chaturanga and then inhale into an upward facing dog. In upward facing dog, I want you to pause there. Tops of the feet are on the mat, knees are lifted. Good. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, take 2 breaths here. Nice. Send your right leg up, 3-legged dog. Keep your hips squared. I know you guys are stuck with space. So right leg up, toes flexed down. Nice. Step right foot in between the hands. Come into high crescent lunge. Hands come through heart center. Twist left elbow to the outside of the right knee. So twisting towards me, Lorato. Yeah. Inhale back up into high crescent lunge. Warrior 2. So warrior 2. Take 2 breaths here. Good. Reverse your warrior. Nice. So, and take your warrior 2. You're still on your right leg. You've just reversed it. So your left hand has come down, right arm up. Keep your bend into your right knee. So it's just your arms that move back. Extended side angle, right elbow to the right thigh. Left arm up overhead. Keep bending into your right knee. You can stay here or release that right hand to the inside of the right foot. So it's the same shape, you're just moving slightly further down. Left arm in line with the left ear. Nice. Slowly rise back up into warrior two. Straighten your right leg. Reverse your triangle. Left hand down, right arm up to ceiling. Yeah, nice. And then bring your hands back through in line with your shoulders, getting into full triangle pose. So set up, get yourself, I'm just looking at the end shape. So move into your triangle. Good, so right hand down, good. Nice. Good. Slowly come back up to standing. Turn your toes out, heels in, preparing for goddess. Yep, toes out, heels in. Exhale, hands through to heart center, bend into your knees, sink down low. Good. Slowly come back up into standing. Parallel your feet. Bring your hands onto your hips. Exhale, slow fold forward into Prasarita, wide-legged forward fold. Hands come down onto the mat. Adjust your feet as you need. Good. Akila, if you can, bring your feet wider. Walk your hands back in line with your heels. Bend into your elbows. Create that box shape first. Good. Nice. Bring your hands under the shoulders. Find a nice halfway lift. Good. Push into the feet. Hands onto your hips. Rise back up into standing. Keep your Prasarita legs. We're going to change the arms. So move into reverse prayer. Hands behind the back. If you can't do reverse prayer, you grab opposite elbows. Yep. And exhale, fold forward. Good. Slowly rise back up into standing. Nice. Find warrior two towards the right foot. So your right knee will bend, sorry. Warrior two, right knee bends. Good. Laura, so just move over to the other side and then your hands can come in line with your shoulders. So traditional warrior two once again. Nice, Akila. This warrior two looks nice and wider than the other side. Getting ready for half moon. So take it slowly. Set it up first. Get your hand placement. You can step that left foot in, move into half moon. Good. So I'm just going to say the pose names, get into it. When you get there, just pause. Nice, Akila. So bring your hand down and then lift your back leg up. Good. Step to forward fold, the top of the mat. Hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Place the hands onto the mat, step back into plank. Good. Hold your plank. Slow, lower down, Chaturanga, all the way onto your belly. Good. Right, we're going to set up for Locust Pose. So your feet will stay on the mat. Arms are going to reach back behind you, palms facing down. Good. So Locust Pose, just listen, hands down next to the side of the body. Good. Nice. As you inhale, lift the head, neck, shoulders, arms, and feet off the mat. Nice. So it's a back bend, active back bend, the whole upper body and the legs lifting. Nice. Exhale, slowly lower down. Push back into child's pose. Good. Let's take 3 breaths in our child's pose, and we move to that same flow on the left side. We'll spend a little bit less time in the poses on this side just because we sort of know where we're going. So back into downward facing dog. Okay. Three-legged dog, left leg up, hips squared. High crescent lunge. Good. Twisted high crescent lunge, right elbow to left knee. High crescent lunge. Warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Nice. Extended side angle. Good, so elbow onto the thigh, right arm in line with the ear. Maybe drop that left hand to the inside of the left foot. So if you bring that left hand down to the floor, keep sinking the hips low, right arm in line with the ears. Nice, Akila, good guys. Rise back up, warrior two. Straighten your front leg, reverse your triangle. Take your time to get into triangle. All right, so have a look at that back foot parallel with the back of the mat, slightly turning outwards. Yeah, good. So triangle over your left leg. Good. Slowly rise back up into standing. Parallel your feet so your toes will face towards me. Good. Interlace your hands behind the back. Find a slight lift into the chest as you inhale. Exhale, Prasarita, wide-legged forward fold. So interlace your fingers so that you create a grip like this. Yeah. Then if you can, straighten the arms up overhead. Good. Feet are parallel. Slowly come back up into standing. Warrior two over your left leg once again. Bend your left knee. Half moon. Take your time to set up. Akila, put your left hand down first before you lift your back leg. And then your left hand is ahead and to the outside. Good. Step to a forward fold. Good. Okay, just hang out in your forward fold. Take 3 breaths here. Rising up into high mountain. And then Tadasana pose. Close your eyes for a moment, just take 3 breaths. Utkatasana chair pose. Hands in line with the ears first. Hands to heart center, Utkatasana twisted over to the left, right elbow hooks left knee. Good. Doesn't matter which side you did, we'll do the other one too. Back through to center, Utkatasana on the other side, twisted chair. Back into Utkatasana, arms extend up in line with the ears. Good. Hands down onto the mat. Keep your left foot in the front, step your right foot far back. Good. All right. We're going to move into pyramid pose. So you can choose the long pyramid Or the second option we spoke about, where you can bring that right foot in slightly and ground the heel. So just move into a pyramid pose that works for your body. Both legs straighten, hands down on the floor. Yeah. Folding forward over the front leg. Keep your legs as is, coming up into standing. Yep, so both legs will stay straight. Revolved triangle pose. So square yourself over your left front leg. Okay, revolved triangle. Okay, you guys remember revolved triangle? Cool. So your left leg is in the front, your right hand comes down, your left arm twists up. Your right hand is either on the inside of your left foot, on the front shin, or on the outside of that foot. Good. Bring your left hand down to the outside of the left foot. You can bend your left knee, standing splits. So standing splits, standing on your left leg, right leg extends up. Nice. Big step back with the right foot to the back of the mat. Downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up, three-legged down dog. Open up your hip. Okay, so bend your knee, open up your hip. Yep. So getting ready for wild thing. You can stay here. If you're happy with wild thing, step your right foot over to the opposite side of the mat. Right arm extends up overhead into your back bend. Nice. Slowly come back, three-legged dog. Step right foot in between the hands into warrior one. Good, so ground your back heel, Angela. Yeah, warrior one, good. Nice, now got warrior one facing the front of the mat. Yep, yes, that's good. Hands down to the mat, step into a forward fold. So left foot meets your right foot. Good. Step your right foot far back to the mat, move into pyramid pose. Both legs straight. Nice. So you can enter twisted triangle from here. If you need to adjust the feet and you prefer to enter from standing, you can slowly rise up. It does help to shuffle the feet in revolved triangle, but you're going to bring your right hand down and left arm twists up. Yeah, so twisted triangle. Hand can be on the shin, doesn't have to be on the floor. Maybe that helps. Good. Slowly bring your left hand down onto the mat, standing splits on your left leg. So the hip may open up, but it's not pointing out to the side. Nice. Step your right foot all the way far back, downward facing dog. Just finishing off this little side, and then we'll move back into a few standing poses or balancing poses. Left leg up, three-legged dog, open up your hip. Bend into your knee, heel towards sitting bone. Slowly transition over into wild thing. Nice. Akila, you can turn the right toes away from you. So there's a little shuffle into the feet. Same for you, Nagar. We'll recap it later. And slowly come back, three-legged dog, left leg up. Warrior one. Good, warrior one facing the front of the mat. Back heel is grounded. Hands come down on the mat, step to a forward fold. Good. Hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Rise up into high mountain. And exhale, mountain pose. Good. Turn to face me. Okay. Going to move into tree pose. Right. So standing on your left leg, bring your right foot high up onto your left inner thigh. Alternatively, you have the right foot on the calf. So choose a variation that works for you. Hands extend up in line with the ears. Slowly release that right foot down, tree on the other leg. So right leg stands, left foot comes high up onto the right inner thigh or to the calf. So you can bring that foot slightly further down if the balance is feeling a bit tricky today, Laura, so it's totally fine. Nice, yeah. Slowly release back down, standing on your left leg, standing figure four, right ankle above left knee. Good, standing figure four. Coming back up, swapping sides. Back up to standing. Standing on the left leg, eagle pose. Right leg wraps over the left. Eagle arms. Nice. Slowly come up. Over to the other side. Good. Slowly release. Dancer's pose. So I want you guys to turn towards the side for this one. Standing on our right leg first. Grab a hold of the left foot and then move slowly into dancer's pose. Good. Slowly release. On the other side, so remember with dancers, we grab the inside of the foot, so thumb points up, back behind you. Yes, there we go. Nice, Ange. Yes, Akila, good, 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 good. So standing up, remember first you kick. First you find that kick in the leg and then you lean. So before you lean, you want to have that back bend shape first. And then your opposite arm is extending up in line with the ear. Nice. Slowly release up into standing. All right. We're going to do Uttita Hasta Padangustasana, hand to big toe pose. So remember with this one, we bring one knee up into the chest, binding around the big toe. Sorry, I've got socks on, it's cold here. All right, you guys can move with me, standing on your right leg. Extend your left leg out in front of you. Right hand on the hip. Okay, doesn't matter if it doesn't straighten, you can have the knee bent. Good. Even if the knee bends up into your chest. Now release that leg, hold the foot out in front of you into one-legged Tadasana. And then slowly release. We'll do that on the other side. So balancing on the other leg, bring that knee into the chest. Bind the big toe. Before you straighten the leg, find a lift into the chest. Good. And then start to bring the foot up. The leg doesn't have to straighten fully. Find that you can also find a lift into the chest too. Nice, Nagar. Nice. Release the bind, hold the foot in the air, hands onto the hips. Nice, strong, active foot. Ooh, quads are working, I know. And then slowly step that foot down onto the mat. Good. All right, you can turn back towards the side of the mat as you were. Feet together at the top of the mat. So toes touching, feet slightly hip width apart. Lower down into a narrow Malasana. Good. Setting up for crow pose. If you want to shuffle a little bit back on the mat, you can do so. So regular crow pose forward. I'm just going to say crow pose, and you guys will take your time to move into it. Set yourself up. Place your hands where they need to. Place your knees where you need to. And whether you're just leaning, whether you're lifting one foot or the other, just work towards it. Nice, Akila, good. And slowly come back down. Nice, Akila. I know you were tricky the last time, so it's good to see the progress there. Bring your knees together. Twisted crow, so your hands will come over to one side. Create that hook and that shelf. Move into side crow. We'll do it on both sides. So whether you're just simply leaning forward, finding that grip. Nice. Nice, Nagar, you're getting there. You need to lean a little bit further forward and let the feet slide. I'm not sure whether that hook is a little bit low down because it looks like it's just falling off the elbows, but it's better than last time. It's getting there. Let's go over side crow to the other side. Nice, Lorata, well done. Good, so take your side crow to the other side. Akila, the hands are very narrow. See if you can bring them a little bit wider. So you still have that hip width apart kind of hands. Nice, get that shelf. Look forward, lean forward. Remember the elbows have to bend. This looks much better on this side. Nagar, look forward. And slowly come down to seated. Good, butterfly pose. Well done, everyone. I can see that we've all been working hard or just playing hard. Okay, butterfly pose. So just find a butterfly seat first. Nice. Maybe what would be better if you guys face me for the series, because we're going to do a whole lot of seated poses first. Good. Okay, so butterfly pose facing me, so you can do it nice and upright first. And then exhale, folding forward. Gently rise up. Janusasana, so that's where you have butterfly in your left leg, straighten your right leg towards me. Nice. Arms extend up in line with the ears. Fold forward over your straight leg. Slowly rise up. Swap legs. Take the same setup, left leg is in line with the body straight up, arms extend up, and exhale, forward fold. Nice. Nice. Inhale, rise up. Wide-legged forward fold. Angie and Akila, I know this isn't your favorite one. So bring your feet towards 90 degrees. Flex your feet. Find a nice inhale. You can stay here, just propping the fingertips up, sitting nice and tall, or fold forward to the inside of your legs. Take note of what's happening in the feet. Think about what the feet should be doing. Nice, good adjustments, guys. Slowly rise back up to seated. Bring the legs together into Paschimottanasana. Nice. Forward fold. Good. So let's just take a Dandasana. Oh, sorry. I meant to say where we're going. So just bring your hands onto the side of the body. Find a little Dandasana. So just hands along the side. Good. Slightly lift into the chest. So that's just like a seated position. Good. All right. Now extend the arms up in line with the ears. You know if you need to bend the knees or whatever you need to do. I want you to take your forward fold. A forward fold that you would do in a class that you know works and feels fine for you. I should have asked to see you guys from the side, but and see, are you taking a little bend into the knees? And same for you, Akila. Sorry, guys, I realize I can't see you guys from the side. Nice. Everyone can say that, Akila, I'm actually going to ask you to turn sideways because the next pose anyway, we're going to want to see it from the side. Good. Okay, slowly come up into seated. Bring your hands next to the side of the body, fingertips pointing towards the toes. Reverse plank. So lifting the hips up, pointing the toes down to the mat. Yes. And then just gaze up towards the ceiling. Does it feel better for you, Ange, to have your fingers out to the side? Okay. Let's slowly come down to seated. Step your feet onto the mat. Take a reverse tabletop. So you're just going to do it now with bent knees. Yeah. Notice how it feels different. Okay, so fingers are pointing towards the toes, feet are hip width apart. If it feels fine on the shoulders, we spoke about it yesterday, how you might want to turn them slightly out or so. All right, slowly come down into seated. Boat pose. So grabbing behind the knees. Good, so we can start with a bent knee version first, and then extend your arms forward once you've found your balance. So arms in line with your shins. Nice. So you can do your bent knee version. If you're happy, maybe straightening out your legs. And then Nagad, just turn your palms towards one another. So you're, it's facing inwards. Good. Lower into half boat. So half boat's kind of where you lower down. Yeah. Back up into boat pose. Maybe try boat one more time with straight legs. Good. And then slowly bend into the knees, place the feet down onto the mat. Just take a moment to rest there for a second. Take a little breather. Good. All right, coming onto all fours. I know there's a lot of poses, right? Hey? Okay, so from all fours, we're going to move through our side plank series. Okay, so for our first option, let's move into side plank. We've got, once again, remember, we've got a couple of progressions. We can take regular side plank. You can modify stepping the foot in front or take the full one. Okay, that depends on your body today. So I want you to take a full side plank on your left hand facing me. Modified side plank, step your right foot just in front of your left knee, just to make it a little bit easier. Yeah. Now lift the hips nice and high. Right arm is in line with the ear. Nice. Good. Full side plank, right foot stepped along. Well, just go back to your full side plank where you were. You can stay here, or if you would like more, bring your right foot into tree pose. You can use that top hand to help you. Nice, Ange. Keep lifting the hips high. Nice. And then move back into a downward facing dog. If you want to take a moment in your all fours, you can do so. And we'll move over to the other side. Okay. So take a side plank on your right hand. Step your left foot forward into modified side plank. Back to stacking in side plank, maybe taking a tree pose on this side. You can use that top hand to help you. Nice. Good. Back into downward facing dog. Nice, guys. Right, pigeon pose on the right leg. Bring your right knee forward into pigeon. Okay, set up your pigeon with just on your fingertips first. Find a gentle lift into the chest. Check that weight is even between the sides. Top foot is relaxed. Good. Bend into your back knee. I have seen your guys as mermaids quite a bit, so we're not going to go into full mermaid. I just want you to grab the back foot just to check into those quads, hip flexors. Good. So check that you're not rocking over onto one side. So same hand, same foot, guys. Yeah, so left hand reaches back. It's going to make it a lot easier. You can do it in an assisted way. It's just a different way. Good. Slowly release. Pigeon fold. See, Megav, you can slide that left knee a little bit further back. Might give you a bit more space. Yeah. It allows you to lower down quite a bit. Yes, cool. Let's just take 3 breaths here in your pigeon. Rise back up onto your hands. Good. Swing your left leg over into a seated twist. So left leg comes around, hooks over the outside of the right leg. Yeah. Yes. Okay, nice. So we're in that seat. Left hand comes behind the back, sit up nice and tall. You're either hooking that right hand around your left knee or elbow on the outside of the knee. So twisting towards the left side. Nice. So your left foot must come to the outside of that right knee. So step your foot over. Yes. Twisting over towards your left. Nice, guys. Good. Slowly release. So just bring your arms back forward. Set up for cow facing pose. So we're pretty close to sitting up there. So cow face, stack the knees on top one another. And then take cow facing arms. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to switch my video on. Cow facing arms. So left arm, yeah, right arm on top, left arm at the bottom. It's a tricky one. We're so used to doing it with eagle arms. Okay, slowly release. Good, you can unhook the feet. Slowly come into all fours, back into downward facing dog. Nice. Okay. Left foot forward into pigeon. Okay, so remember with pigeon, our knee comes slightly wider than the wrist to give us some space. You can slide that right knee back. Grab a hold, or bend into your right knee rather, grab a hold of the right foot into a quad stretch. And slowly release that back foot, folding forward over your front leg. Good, rising back up into regular pigeon. Bringing your right leg over and across into a seated twist, half Lord of the Fishes pose. Yes. Yes. All right, so see if you can walk that right foot slightly more towards the knee. Just so walk your right foot away from you. Yeah, I'm not sure if that helps. Because it's tricky to see what's happening with the feet there. Does it feel fine? It might have been fine where it was before. I just wanted to see the difference. Okay, cool. Slowly come back through to center. Stack the knees on top of one another into cow face pose. Okay, so your knees are stacked if they can. Your feet don't have to be as close. And then your left arm is up, right arm is at the bottom. Slowly release your feet and your hands. Good, and come into a standing pose. Good. So standing at the top of the mat, we're going to quickly do it's our last standing balance. We're going to do our warrior 3. I want to enter it from the back of the mat, from the top of the mat into a lunge and back forward again, just to see the different transitions, okay? So we're gonna start standing on our left foot. Bring your right knee up into your chest. Okay. Good. Now hold that right foot there, hands at heart center. Good. Pendulum that right leg back behind you, so straighten the right leg. Send that right leg back, strong active back leg as you lean your body weight forward into hands at heart center. So I want you to still flex that right foot. Good. Nigar, close that right hip. Find a slight lift into your chest. Sweep your arms back into airplane. Step that right foot far back into high crescent lunge, arms in line with the ears. Okay, good. So from high crescent lunge, we're now going to move into full warrior 3. I want you guys to take it slowly. I know for a couple of you guys I mentioned entering from a bent knee. So look forward, lean forward, full warrior 3 with arms extended in line with the ears on your left leg. I know the bodies are tired, it's been a long class, but it's the last little push. Nice, guys. Akila, lift that back leg, back active leg, if you can. I know you're not feeling too well. Nice, Lorato, good balance. Now, guys, remember what we spoke about in the pose review. Focus on the back leg first. Nice, Ange. Slowly step. I know it was like, why did we leave this one for last? Okay, step into Tadasana. Nice, Akila. When you lifted that leg at the end, that looked really good. Cool. And Lorato, I see the balance is better on this side too. Okay, last one before we come down into lying. Okay, so left knee up into your chest. Hands through heart center. Pendulum back into a warrior 3. Left leg goes back. Focus on that strong, active, squared back leg first. Nice, Akila, that looks good. Well done. Active back leg, nice. When you find your stability there, sweep your arms back, aeroplane. Step the left foot far back, high crescent lunge. Full warrior 3. Look forward, lean forward. Little bend into that right knee. Arms in line with the ears. Flex that back foot. Nice, guys. Well done. Remember, Lorato, to gaze down. Good. Reach and kick, reach and kick. Stand at the top of the mat. Well done, guys. Good. Come through to a Malasana, seated down on your mat. Good. So just regular cross-legged position. Take a gentle twist over towards the right side. Gaze over the right shoulder. Left hand is on the right knee. And then twisting over to the other side. Good. Slowly come back through to center. Grab a hold of the backs of the knees. You guys can roll down into lying. We'll start with a happy baby. So grab the outside of the feet. Nice. Just take it easy here. We're going to do a Supta Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. No, I didn't ask you guys to bring straps. So if you cannot reach for the big toe, all I want you to do is just grab down the calf or grab behind the knee or the hamstring. Okay, so you're going to release your left foot up onto the floor. Right foot comes up towards the ceiling. You can either hold the toe, the calf, the ankle. I want you to see where you can reach if we don't have props. But I want the head, neck, and shoulders to be relaxed. And what you can do then is just slowly lower down. Yeah. Nice. Good. Nice, and it looks good. So Keela, if it feels better for you to keep that left knee bent, you can. It's just a modification for it. Yeah, but then traditionally we would have that leg straight. Nice, Lorata, and then see if you can straighten that bottom leg. I know it's a bit tricky on the legs. If we had a strap, it would be a bit easier. Good, slowly let's swap legs. So I was saying to Lorata earlier that sometimes we do classes and we don't have straps. So it's nice to even see what the pose looks like if we're not using a strap bound around the big foot. So even if there's a little bend into the knee, you just see where you can support to hold it. Good. All right, slowly bend into your left knee, hug both knees into your chest. Okay. All right, guys, so what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna end off with bridge and wheel. All right, so I'm gonna say bridge. For wheel, if you're not practicing wheel as yet, that's fine. It depends on your body, but if you wanna go for it, you can. If you wanna work with just the setup, that's fine. Okay, so what we're gonna do in the class today is we're gonna feel, all right, once we're in bridge, we can come down and then place the hands next to the head, and then we're going to push up. You don't have to enter from bridge if you feel like it's better for you to use a little bit of momentum. Okay, so I know we haven't done as much warming in terms of what we would do if we were doing a peak pose sequence. Let me talk to you guys like this, but let's see how it goes. Once again, it is one of those poses that is different for every person. Okay, so we'll do bridge first. So all you're going to do is bring the heels close towards the sitting bones, arms along the side of the body. Good, feet somewhat hip width apart. Okay, lift the hips up, push into the heels. Good, you can just gaze up towards the ceiling and then work the arms underneath the body, start wiggling the shoulders towards one another. Good. Lorata, you might be able to bring your feet slightly closer towards you. See what it feels like. Yeah. Do you see you get more of a lift? Okay, and then slowly lower back down. So Nega, it's totally fine how your feet are, but sometimes you have your feet quite narrow and one is slightly forward of the other. So it doesn't have to always be parallel. We know that the toes can turn out, but just notice this time when we do it the second time, okay? So you can either do another bridge, all right? If you're happy with wheel, what you'll do is just bring your hands along the side of the head, push into your hands and your feet, lift up onto the crown of the head. You might just want to try it. Good. Nice, Akila, good. Well done, guys. Well done, well done, well done. Nice, and then when you get there, you can adjust. Let's take a moment there. And when you're ready to slowly lower down. How did that feel, Akila? You're on mute. But did you feel using a little bit of momentum helped you get up, doing feet and arms at the same time? So I think for you, sometimes when we do bridge, it's kind of like it stops the momentum. So you're so close to lifting onto the crown of the head. When you're on the crown of the head, you can adjust if it feels better for the push. But that's quite, yeah, it looked quite good. How did it feel for the rest of us? We all look pretty fine and happy there. Good. All right, I'm going to leave our headstand and handstand for the next pose review because I know it's been a long day. So let's just take a little mini Shavasana so you guys can come to lie on your back. If you would like to end off with a supine twist, you can do so. Good, so supine twist is just, that's completely up to you if you feel it would be better to bring in one knee and twist and then over to the other. Take your twist and then just move into supine on the other side. All right, we're going to take about a 3-4 minute Shavasana. I'm just going to go open up the gate for the other students, and then I'm going to come back and answer any questions that you had. So when you move into your Shavasana, we'll just take silence for about 3 or 4 minutes, and I'll be with you guys in a few moments. And gently start to bring awareness back to the body, moving the fingers and the toes. Give a nice full body stretch, hug the knees into the chest. Good. Then you'll gently roll over onto one side. And come back up into seated. All right, if you guys want to come to the screen, just take a moment to ask any questions that you have about the poses, anything specific you would like to know. How did it feel?
Good. I'm curious to watch the video over again and see what my wheel looked like, because I felt strong enough this time that when I was in wheel, that I could slightly rock, and I wasn't sure which way to rock that it would look good. But in my previous wheel, the first one I did, I got up, panicked, and then came down. So I could hold.
It looked good. I think it was great to see that all of you guys are already a step further than when we did wheel a few weeks ago. Everyone looks a little bit more confident, getting a bit more comfortable. And so when we look at the shape of the wheel, it also depends on like the flexibility in the shoulders and the hips. And so you kind of did work towards a nice shape, but the strength to move in it is also another thing, because if you want to work towards one-legged wheel, for example, you want to be able to shuffle the one foot to the center to lift the other one up. So it's nice to be able to play with that weight distribution. You know, maybe later on you start moving from wild thing to wheel and so on. I would like you guys, I know you might not do it immediately because I won't be able to upload this now. I'm going to keep the Zoom going so I can record this in studio. But I would highly recommend watching it back, because some of the things I gave feedback on this week still comes up in the practice, because we can't see ourselves. It's not like we're watching a mirror and go, oh, I can do this, I can do this kind of thing. So I wonder why my connection's unstable. So odd. So can you guys hear me? I've got a little bit of a notification there. Have I got you? Cool. Okay. So some of the things, for example, in Warrior 2, upper body is leaning slightly further forward, or when we come into Prasarita, it's like the feet aren't quite parallel. So it's little things, and I know in these poses there's a lot to think about, but the main thing that I'm looking at is like starting from the feet, then look what's happening in the hips, and then sometimes what's happening in the shoulders. But I know when we're doing standing poses, like the arms are the last thing we think about, but are they moving sort of in the right direction? So I think if you guys watch the video back, you'll be able to see a couple of things in your poses as well. So the main things, I'm probably going to ask for some photos from all of you guys, and it's mostly for the standing poses with the feet. It's mostly the feet and the hips, and a couple of things with the balances. The balances are already looking so much better than the last time I saw you guys for the pose review. So I know those things kind of take practice and time. And what I would like you guys to all go and just have a look in the manual again. The first one is with wild thing. When you step that foot over, this foot comes over, the bottom foot that's straight, you can rotate it or turn it. And I know some of you do, so it faces away from you. Because when it stays in that position, it kind of restricts you moving, if that makes sense. So that back foot swivels to turn away from you, the one that stayed on the floor the whole time. And that kind of helps to get the lift. And then also the other thing was in upward facing dog. I know we don't spend a lot of time on it because we prefer doing the slow lower down and then baby cobra or full cobra. But with upward facing dog, remember the tops of the feet are on the mat and the knees are lifted. Good. So for a couple of you guys, you still have the toes tucked, which is another way of doing it. In fact, I know a lot of teachers that teach it that way because it's easy to transition back into downward dog. So just have a look at that one. And the rest of them were a couple of more individual ones that I will message you guys about. Okay, but these are pretty much all the poses that we're going to go through next weekend and the next weekend too. So for example, if you wanted to practice during the week, or if you wanted to split, this is an hour and a bit video, you can split it up into, for example, today I'm going to move through the first 15 minutes, next day the next 15 minutes, watch yourself, maybe record yourself, have a look at how you can kind of get that feedback. Because even when you guys watch it, in fact, I would also maybe next time you do the pose review, and it's helpful to see me, even though my video is awful, see the others, but you can make your screen big and use your camera as a little bit of a mirror, depending on what device you're using and whether it's big enough. Okay, so these are all things that kind of come with time because there's a lot of poses that we've gone through and working through them, but it really helps to have a look because sometimes in our mind we feel like we're doing one thing, but we can see we can still tweak it a little bit more.